Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the modeling of this particular exhibition stall over here. So let's continue it. So few things are left which we'll be doing over here. So very first of all, we can take a reference of this. So you can see this chandelier over here. So we'll try to model it. So very first of all, for that let's go on to this view over here. I'll just take a line tool and I'll just try to create a basic shape of it. So I'll just try to create a basic, and I'll go into this and let's give a lathe modifier. So let's go into this and let's give a bit of refine over here. So let's just assign a bit of refine, and now slightly push this up. So let's again take a line over here, right from here in this way, and end it here. So we'll be just doing the basic modeling because we don't have a clean reference for it. So how much the area is visible, I'm going to model that. Now over here again I'll take a line. I'll just take a line tool over here. And let's give again a lathe modifier. So let's just assign a lathe, select the vertices, slightly push it inside, select the vertices, select this and slightly give a bit of refine fillet over here, I'm sorry. So we can slightly assign a bit of fillet, and I will just put it over here on top of it. So we can just assign this on top of it in this way, and again I'll just go over here. Let's take a cone. So I'll just take a cone. So I'll not make it total cone, but a bit of cone if required. So I'll slightly just shuffle this up in this way and increase its height. That's it. So I can just go over here, convert to poly. So select the polygons, give a bit of inset over here, and let's just bridge it over here. Now what I can do over here is like, I'll just select it, this whole thing. I'll select this. Let's just group this over here. Let's go to the top view, go into hierarchy, shuffle it over here, in this way, And now we can just duplicate it in how many copies you want. You can just go over here and you can just define the degrees over here. So just duplicate it. So I can make multiple copies if required. So we can make such stuff over here. And now again I'll go into this line over here. I'll slightly just, again I will put one refine over here in this way. That's it. So you can just take a circle. Let's go into the spline and let's take a circle, slightly just scale this, enabling viewport. So we can just reduce this in this way. You can just make it more smaller if required, or if you want you can just go over here. Let's take a tube over here. So let's just take a tube, go into this and let's reduce the sides of it, scale it in this way, reduce the height segments, push it up, drag it up, and you can just rotate it and make multiple copies of it. Alright. So for now what I'll be doing is like I'll just select this, all these elements of the chandelier, and let's just group it. So I'll easily group it over here. Let's just assign any color to it. We can just place it later on wherever it is required. So if you will unhide this stuff, so we'll just shuffle it a bit down in this way. So it's going to be visible over here, and you can slightly push it at the center of it. Okay. Now this looks much better. Just save the file over here. Again I'll select this, the top section, I'll just hide it over here. So we have already modeled this. Now what I can do over here is like okay, we also have one couch over here, so we can just model that couch. So we can just model few of the stuff which is visible over here. So let's just model over here in this way. So just duplicate it and let's make it as 90°. Shuffle this up, shift it down, and again push it down. Now we have an option called chamfer cylinder. I can just go over here onto this view and I can just create a chamfer cylinder. So let's go over here and let's increase its height and let's increase its fillet segments and slightly just push it over here in this way. So if you want, you can slightly reduce its radius if required, and you can just push it a bit further, reduce its height in this way. So we are going to model this. Very basic reason is it is not visible from any of the views, so we are not going to go for any of the details right now. Alright, so just save your file once again. And how we can model the curtains now? We have different option for curtains. So there are multiple ways to model the curtains. So you can just go into the top view over here, and the first possible way is like you're going to use a line of a plane over here. So let's use a plane. So where you're going to get the curtains over here. So let's just go into this view over here. So we are going to model the curtains. So our curtain is going to be over here onto this area. So first we can just create a plane over here like this. I'll just mirror it out and reduce the segments of it as required. Let's give a wave modifier. So we have a modifier called wave over here. So we can use the wave modifier. So you see that whenever you are using this wave modifier, it is affecting this particular area. So I can just make it as 0 for now. I'll just go into the gizmo. I'll just rotate the gizmo, and now I'll just scale this gizmo over here, and let's give the wave over here. So I'll just go over here again. I'll go into this and just give the wave, and you have an option called wavelength. You can slightly reduce the wavelength over here as required over here. So I'll just reduce this over here. If you want, you can just increase it more, and also you can increase this stuff, the sides. Again, go into the wave, make it as 1 by 1 over here, and again you can go into the plane. You can increase this. You can again increase the wavelength 0.5, 0.5. You can do it in this way. So now once you are done with this, as you can see, I can again go into the plane and I'll slightly increase its segments over here. And now slightly, you can scale it if required. I'll just make a copy and I'll keep it at one side. I'll just select this, convert to poly, and let's give FFD box over here. I'll just shuffle it over here, push it over here, push it up, and now we have option. I'll go into the control points and I'm going to adjust this in this way. As you can see, if you want, I can just scale it like this. I can just push it in this way. I'll just shuffle it out in this way. Let's just push this a bit inside in this way. So this has to come correctly over here as needed. So again, go over here. Alright, so guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.